Please welcome University of Guelph.
Thank you. Hi, Hayden. Nice to meet you. Thank you so much.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Hello.
Hi.
Goodness.
Nice to meet you as well. Hi. Nice to meet you.
Michelle.
Hi. Nice to meet you, Carson.
Hi, Laura.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Megan.
Hi. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Coffee. The majority of you most likely had a cup this morning, but every single one of us is different. So why are we starting our day with something ordinary? Good morning, Hewitt's Board of Directors. We are Griffin Consulting Group, and we are proud to present the marketing plan for Hewitt's Goat Milk Latte, an innovative taste experience inside a well-known drink. Hewitt's Goat Milk Latte is a single-serve, ready-to-drink, delicious beverage with a rich coffee aroma and taste, complemented by a smooth hint of goat milk flavor. Hewitt's Dairy is an Ontario-based farmer cooperative that has understood the importance of delivering a quality product through the entire supply chain for over a century. The humble beginnings of the company saw James Hewitt delivering milk with a horse-drawn carriage. Today, Hewitt's has become a farmer-owned cooperative that has stayed true to its rural Ontario heritage. While times have changed, Hewitt's values have not. A passion for integrity, trust, and authenticity still ring true to the soul of the company. Hewitt's has crafted a product that not only addresses the need for farmers, but also carries on the 100-year tradition of delivering quality products to their consumers. Hewitt's Goat Milk Latte was created to be different because you don't believe in sticking to the status quo. What you do believe in is including your customers in the journey, providing a unique product with a story they can trust and feel good about being a part of. I will now pass it over to Kaylee to discuss your business objectives.
Thank you, Grace. Hewitt's Goat Milk Latte delivers convenience inside a 305-milliliter recyclable plastic bottle that is best served chill. This delicious beverage uses organic fair trade coffee and 100% Ontario goat milk to create a unique coffee beverage experience not currently on the market. In using fresh and local goat milk, Hewitt's provides its customers with an easy-to-digest bovine milk alternative. This refreshing product uses simple ingredients that your consumers can understand. While the ingredients are simple, the bottling process will use an innovative ultra-high temperature technology to extend a previous shelf life of 21 days into 6 months. The business plan of Hewitt's Goat Milk Latte is based on 3 key planning assumptions. Hewitt's Goat Milk Latte will utilize Hewitt's existing supply chain. Hewitt's will have access to consistent year-round supply of goat milk and coffee. And Hewitt's cooperative members are all goat milk producers. With these 3 key planning assumptions in mind, we are confident in Hewitt's ability to churn out product. That is why we strongly believe Hewitt's will achieve the following 4 goals. In the first year, you will work towards achieving 40% participation in consumer awareness initiative. In year 2, you will work towards achieving 25% brand recognition in the target market. And over the course of all 3 years, you will work towards achieving 100% retailer satisfaction and 5% return on investment for Hewitt's cooperative members. This product lays the groundwork for promoting awareness of the goat milk industry by connecting the producer to the consumer. Hewitt's does this because they want their consumers to know where their food comes from. Carson will now tell you about the benefit to the producer.
Thank you, Kaylee. Consumers can feel good about their spending, knowing that an Ontario dairy goat farmer can provide for their family, because Hewitt's Goat Milk Latte provides an opportunity for producers to achieve higher profits. On top of the goat milk that they sell, producer cooperative members will receive a 5% return on investment each year on their cooperative shares. This product will boost overall consumer awareness of goat milk and in turn increase the demand. It will also directly increase demand for goat milk by 375,000 liters required for production in the first 3 years. The fair trade coffee included in the beverage also ensures that coffee producers are receiving a fair price and a high standard of human rights. I would now like to pass it on to Laura, who will walk you through our market analysis.
Thank you, Carson. The Canadian consumer has never been more interested or mindful about their food purchases. They invest time and money into understanding the origins of their food and value ethical, traceable, and sustainable characteristics. In Canada, 63% of consumers look for sustainable products in the food and beverage industry, while 23% look for fair trade and ethical claims. With an average of 3.2 cups per day, coffee has exceeded water as the #1 most consumed beverage in Canada. Today, the Canadian coffee industry is worth an estimated $6.2 billion. And as Canadians are drinking more and more coffee, they're looking for new ways to consume their favorite drink. Retail sales of ready-to-drink coffee were up 26% in 2016, with a market value of $69 million. This creates potential for new consumption opportunities and acts as a catalyst for flavor and product innovation. With over 1/3 of the Canadian population, Ontario is representative of overall market trends. Primary research was conducted surveying 1,600 Ontarians to better understand who purchases single-serve coffee products. Results showed that 11% of respondents consume single-serve caffeinated dairy products at least once per week, with the highest share coming from those with an annual income over $120,000. Respondents placed the highest importance on the attribute of taste, followed by safety, price, and quality assurance. Increasingly, Ontario urbanites value less processed foods with ingredients they trust. 81% of respondents were interested in purchasing a product with a food traceability label. Naturally, Hewitt's Goat Milk Latte fits in the hands of the consumer who wants to make a statement with their coffee. I present to you our target market, the enlightened urbanite. Enlightened urbanites are urban dwellers with higher incomes who are predominantly female and over the age of 18. Hewitt's Goat Milk Latte fills a need for the enlightened urbanite by providing a product with a transparent supply chain with minimal ingredients that are consciously sourced. Moving further into this category, we see two distinct groups emerge: the young urban professional and the urban foodie. Kelsey and Johnson take full advantage of the hip and upcoming foodie area in which they live. They frequently visit local shops and markets to gain a deeper understanding of where and how their food is grown. They look for local food labeling while shopping, as they are willing to pay a premium price to ensure their food is sourced with integrity. Hewitt's Goat Milk Latte makes it easy for them to feel good about their spending while enjoying a rich coffee experience on the go. Sarah Park embodies the urban foodie segment. She is an educated urban dweller who is always on the lookout for the latest social media trends to share with her followers. But Sarah doesn't settle for the ordinary. That's why Sarah starts her day with an exceptionally creamy, bold, and delicious ready-to-go latte to make her mornings extraordinary. And I'll pass it on to Kaylee to touch on our competitive analysis.
Thank you, Laura. Our research showed us that enlightened urbanites value products that are locally sourced and contain unique ingredients. When we placed the wholesome competitors on this positioning map, they did have local ingredients but did not have unique ingredients. Placing the multinational single-serve competitors, they did have unique ingredients but did not address the demand for a local product. Finally, placing the quick service restaurants, they also did not address this demand for a local product. It is clear that there is a void in the market for a product that contains unique ingredients and is sourced locally. Hewitt's Goat Milk Latte will fill this void. After conducting an in-depth SWOT analysis, Griffin Consulting has determined that Hewitt's Goat Milk Latte's main weakness lies in the fact that they are new to the coffee market. This will be overcome by an established distribution system and financial platform. In a market where goat milk is still unfamiliar to consumers, Hewitt's Goat Milk Latte will take advantage of consumers' desire for new flavor combinations. Hayden will now discuss the action plan.
Thank you, Kaylee. Hewitt's is not only a recognized brand to Ontario consumers, they also own 80% of the goat milk supply in Ontario. Hewitt's Goat Milk Latte will be well positioned with a premium coffee price as a premium coffee price beverage and will be alongside wholesome brand competitors. Placing Hewitt's Goat Milk Latte alongside in urban Ontario cities will result in successful distribution while remaining in proximity to goat milk farmers. In year one, Hewitt's will be introduced into Toronto, Canada's largest city with 6.5 million people, and will be retailed at independent grocery stores. In year two, Hewitt's will then expand into central Ontario with a total population of 9.3 million people. Additionally, online shopping options will become available for an increased distribution to consumers. In year three, Hewitt's will then expand into the remaining untapped markets of Ontario for a total population of 13.5 million people. Bottles will be sold to the retailers at a price of $2.38. They will then be sold to the consumer for $3.95. This will result in a 40% profit margin for the retailers. This is approximately 5% higher than the average profit margin on similar products in the grocery store. I will now pass it on over to Michelle to get you excited about our promotions.
Thank you, Hayden. Hewitt's Goat Milk Latte's marketing team will be comprised of a marketing manager, a sales manager, and 2 brand ambassadors. They will focus on the following 3 initiatives: turn heads in the market, jump into an online presence, and hit the road to reach the enlightened urbanite. Hewitt's Goat Milk Latte will turn heads in the market with the following key trade promotions. The product will be showcased at Grocery Innovations Canada for the first 3 years to build presence in the market. Your firm will incentivize retailers to make their first initial purchase by offering 1 free case with the purchase of 3 or more. Point of purchase material will be in the form of shelf tags and posters to display in-store to build brand awareness. Brand ambassadors will attend high-density store locations at which they will hand out samples of Hewitt's Goat Milk Latte. This will allow them to build brand awareness and retail returns. Now, let's discuss how you will engage with the enlightened urbanite. The enlightened urbanite utilizes social media daily, making it critical to brand awareness. You will use social media, the website, and the Hewitt's Goat Milk Latte app to jump into an online presence. The Hewitt's Goat Milk Latte app will use augmented reality. For this, the consumer will download the app on their phone and hover it over the face of James Hewitt. James Hewitt will come to life and tell the story and inception of this product while aligning with the values of the enlightened urbanite. These have been found to be sustainability and transparency. He will also educate them about the goat milk industry. Your social media presence will be secured through Instagram. Instagram posts will feature product photos and photos of the producer to demonstrate the transparent supply chain. You will annually sponsor 5 social influencers. Their posts will include product photos and push the great taste of Hewitt's Goat Milk Latte. They will also have the option to share with their followers buy one, get one half off digital download coupons. When the customer takes a photo of Hewitt's Goat Milk Latte and posts on Instagram tagging 3 others in it, they will be entered to win an Ontario foodie tour. Facebook will be used to promote events, product testimonials, and display images of the product. The Hewitt's Dairy website will have a page specifically designed for Hewitt's Goat Milk Latte. On this page, consumers can learn about Hewitt's history, retail locations, and upcoming events. As the customer takes their first creamy sip of Hewitt's Goat Milk Latte, they can turn to the inside of the bottle cap to read goat milk and coffee consumption facts. Engaging with the enlightened urbanite in locations they frequent will allow you to hit the road with the following distinct and entertaining events. The Snapchat filter will be released at prominent events that brand ambassadors attend. It will allow them to engage in a fun and exciting way with the consumer. The Snapchat filter has now been launched, and you can all take a look. The On the Goat Mobile will be an educational vehicle wrapped to promote the Hewitt's Goat Milk Latte brand. It will allow you to hand out industry information, samples, promotional items, and sell the product. It will be at all of the following events. The Canadian National Exhibition is one of the largest fairs in North America held in downtown Toronto. Here, you will host goat yoga and hand out samples of Hewitt's Goat Milk Latte.
The Royal Agriculture Winter Fair is one of the largest agriculture and foodie fairs in North America, held in downtown Toronto. Here, once again, you'll host goat yoga, followed by refreshing samples of Hewitt's Goat Milk Latte. You will also have a booth in the foodie section, allowing you to hand out industry information, promotional items, samples, and sell the product. Attending local events will be important as the enlightened urbanite frequents these areas when shopping for their products. You will attend the Hamilton Food and Drink Fest, Ottawa's Byward Market, and Guelph's Taste Real Food Fest. Partnering with Farm and Food Care Ontario, you will host a breakfast on the farm. This will allow the consumer to engage with the producer and learn about where their food comes from. You will donate 1% of product profits to the Ontario Association of Food Banks. Downtown cores and university and college campuses are the hubs for the enlightened urbanite. Here, you will encourage a mindful coffee break with samples of Hewitt's Goat Milk Latte. You will also host goat yoga in the high-density areas. I will now let Hayden lead you through how you will milk the market for all it's worth.
Thank you, Michelle. Over 3 years, Hewitt's will purchase 375,000 liters of premium Ontario goat milk at a price of $1.28 per liter. This will result in additional $480,000 for Ontario goat milk farmers. Additionally, Hewitt's will purchase coffee bean extract, sugar, and water for a total production cost of $1.15 per bottle. This will result in a 52% profit margin for Hewitt's. In year one, Hewitt's will have a sales revenue of $622,000. After discounts and return, this will result in net sales of $591,000. After cost of goods sold, this will result in $290,000. And in year one, due to our aggressive marketing plan, Hewitt's will have a conservative net loss of $288,000. However, in year two, Hewitt's will have net profits of $231,000. And in year three, with increased brand recognition and market penetration, Hewitt's will have a net profit of $672,000. Year over year, profits margins will increase from negative 47% in year one to 12% in year two and 21% in year three. Our marketing expenses have been divided into 6 categories. 39% of marketing expenses will go to our marketing team. Another 30% will go to public relations and promotional events. And the remaining 31% will be allocated to trade promotions, event giveaways, digital marketing, and monitoring and measuring. Our marketing expenses will account for 72% of sales in the first year. However, this will decrease in year 2 and 3 to 23% and 18% respectively. This will lay a strong foundation for future market penetration, as we expect 3.5% in year 1, 7.5% in year 2, and 9% in year 3. Overall, Hewitt's Goat Milk Latte will be a profitable addition to the Hewitt's brand. I will now pass it over to Carson for monitoring and measuring.
Thank you, Hayden. Hewitt's Goat Milk Latte aims for a 300% return on marketing investment by year 3. To measure return on marketing investment and communicate the value back to stakeholders, we recommend monitoring participation in consumer awareness initiatives, retailer satisfaction, brand recognition, and return on investment for goat milk producers. To measure these goals will be measured using participation numbers at events, task completion rates on the website, retailer feedback, as well as grocery store surveys and Hewitt's financial statements. When these goals are exceeded, Hewitt's will continue to invest heavily in the marketing campaigns with the largest returns, increase the number of retailers, and expand into larger brand grocers. Hewitt's will evaluate the concepts of new flavors and expansion into other Canadian markets. If measurement in any of the key areas indicates less than desirable results, marketing dollars will be redirected to ensure alignment with consumer values, as well as reinvested into successful geographic areas. As we recognize the very important role that retailers play, efforts will be made to reconnect and deepen relationships with existing retailers. I would now like to pass things over to Grace, who is going to pour out the last glass.
Thank you, Carson. For the majority of Ontarians, drinking a cup of coffee is part of everyday life. Hewitt's Goat Milk Latte invites its customers to be a part of a journey that reaches far beyond everyday life. Along with its customers, Hewitt's will challenge the status quo and change everyday life into something as unique as the coffee they drink. Thank you, and we will now entertain any questions you may have.
I have a little bit of a math question for you on your purchase incentive. So basically, the ultimate question is, where are you accounting for the cost of the free goods that you're giving? And I'm going to walk you through the math I've just run. So you're going to sell 261,000 units at $2.38. If you're giving away 25%, or if you're going to do a buy three, get one free, that means you have to move through nearly 350,000 units. So where is the cost for the 87,000 units, or $207,000 in free goods accounted for in your financials?
Yes, I can answer that. So it looks like there's, it's only on the initial purchase the free case will be given. So I'm sorry if we didn't say that clearly, but that's only for the first time purchase. After that, it's a regular purchase.
So, but still, where are those free goods accounted for in your financials?
Yes, so those are under our marketing expenses. And could you bring up the marketing expenses, Laura? They're right here, free cases in the grocery store. So they're accounted inside trade promotions.
Got it. Thank you.
I got another question. On your on the goat mobile truck, where is that accounted for in terms of cost of the truck and the driver and just all of that going on?
Certainly. Laura, could you pull up the slide, please? So there we go. As you can see here, we have the on-the-go mobile. So this is the number for that of the truck's initial cost, and that'll be paid off within the 5 years. Here you see van permits. Van permits is what will allow you to go to the events and hand out samples and sell the product from the locations you will be at. Well, sorry, the brand ambassadors will be at.
Can you talk a little bit about the choice to call the product goat milk latte? You talked a lot about something that's unique and something local, and it seems like it should kind of scream for a cool, unique name. So can you talk about that?
Yes, thank you for your question. So we decided to go with Hewitt's Goat Milk Latte, as consumers are looking for transparency and the things that they buy. So we wanted to share the story of Hewitt's throughout our entire process of this whole marketing campaign, as consumers want to be involved in the process and the brands that they buy. They want to trust who they're purchasing their products from, and that's why we wanted to have his name on the product.
Okay, thank you. So you did primary research, thank you, about what the market wanted, what they were looking for. Did you do any taste testing? Because sometimes unique isn't always a great thing.
I could answer that question for you, yes. So primary research was conducted surveying the 1,600 Ontarians. However, that was on their attitudinal and socioeconomic factors. We also did research on the taste of the product, and there was trial runs run in February, and respondents loved the taste.
Okay. Follow-up to that is you called out a couple of times that it's organic free trade coffee that's included in it. The goat's milk is not organic, correct? How are you making sure that people don't confuse it for an all-organic product?
Yes, of course. So we have two primary labels on the bottle, and we have our fair trade coffee, and we adhere to all fair trade standards. As well, we only identify our coffee as being organic, and so that is not on the front of the label, rather it is listed in the ingredients on the back. Does that answer your question?
It does, thank you.
Thank you.
So in monitoring and measuring, as well as earlier in the presentation, you guys talked about the retailer satisfaction, and you have a goal of 100% retailer satisfaction. And I know you said you were going to measure that, but can you give me a little more detail on what you're going to be measuring, as well as 100% is hard to get to at any point in time? How are you going to be able to get there and then stay there as well?
Thank you for your question. So in order to measure that 100% retailer satisfaction, we'll be basing that on reorders, as well as our sales manager will be communicating with the retailers on a weekly basis to ensure that they are happy. We recognize that a 100% goal is difficult to achieve, but it doesn't make sense to strive for anything less than that 100%. And those retailers will not remain our retailers if they aren't 100% satisfied. Does that answer your question?
Actually, can you give me a tiny bit more detail? So the sales manager is going to talk to each of the retailers once a week. How many stores is our sales manager going to have that he's going to talk to every week?
So this sales manager is responsible for the entire supply chain. That does sound daunting, but the large distribution grocery chains, he or she will be meeting with the manager of those, that Longo's, Sobeys, and Loblaws. So we won't be going to each individual store, but rather hearing from the managers of those retailers whether their stores are individually satisfied.
Okay.
So as you go out to your retail locations to get them to carry the product, grocers aren't just sitting around with empty shelf space dying for a new product to get on it. So other than buy 3 cases, get 1 free, there's nothing in your financials about what you're spending on slotting fees, working with those retailers. What is your process?
Yes, Laura, could you bring up our, perfect. We have listing fees in years 2 and 3. So listing fees will not be in the smaller independent grocers. However, once we do go into the large grocers, there are listing fees that will be involved. Since Hewitt's is an existing brand, it'll be a little easier for us to get another product in since we will already have that brand recognition. It's not just a single product. Does that address your question?
Do you have a contingency plan if that doesn't work the first year? How will you measure that, and how will that impact your financials?
It's one of our assumptions, I believe. Do we have our assumptions? Laura, can you bring up our assumptions? We have, one of our assumptions is we have existing Hewitt's supply chain, so that if Hewitt's is able to get to our retailer, then it's assumed that we can as well.
And since, if I understood correctly, you have 80% of the goat production within Canada, but that goat milk is not just going down the drain today. So how are you going to make sure you have enough supply to bring a new product on without compromising the other products that are in the same Hewitt's line?
Great question. So there's currently a 6 millionth liter supply in Ontario of goat milk. So we are confident in our ability to maintain that supply throughout the next 3 years. And additionally, that is part of one of our key planning assumptions of Hewitt's Goat Milk Latte will have access to consistent year-round supply of goat milk over our marketing plan.
So I'm trying to reconcile between your intense social media strategy on the front side, yet you're not planning to make available any online purchases until year 2. Why?
So the reason this is happening is because in the first year, we want to target those grassroots locations, so those independent grocery stores at which the enlightened urbanite already shops in downtown Toronto. So this will be 150 stores, and then in year 2, as brand awareness increases and those consumers are looking for other options at which they can buy their products, they can use Grocery Gateway, which is part of Longo's. Also, consumers are becoming more and more aware of online retail locations for products, and it makes it convenient and easy to get it delivered to their door.
All right, because it's asking for it, please explain goat yoga. And I'm pretty sure that I saw a number that said $42,000 as a marketing expense for that as well. How does that jive up with your? I don't know what goat yoga is.
Not
it's
a
crazy.
problem. Yes, I can address that, not a problem. So goat yoga, what you will be doing is hiring an external yoga instructor. Could you please bring up goat yoga slide? So what will happen is you will hire from a firm a goat yoga instructor who's really familiar with those goats, and you're simply doing, like, you can do your chaturangas, and that goat is just frolicking around. It's just in the room with you. So that's the main part of the activity. You're simply having goats in yoga.
Okay,
Yes.
so in all seriousness, how does that fit in with the target audience? How does that fit in with your enlightened urbanites?
Yes, so the enlightened urbanites are looking for fun and exciting new things to do, not only trying with products, but also activities. So goat yoga is actually becoming a very big trend currently, as we've seen, and this will fit right into where they're trying to be with their adventurous activities.
I'm so not on trend, apparently.
It's real.
All right, I do have one more question. And I think you made the comment in your SWOT analysis that one of your weaknesses was that you had the existing supply chain but not experience in that. Did I hear that right? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Thanks. So Hewitt's Goat Milk Latte will, do you mind pulling up the SWOT analysis? Thanks. So with our opportunity of, so we want to, overcome, you're talking about our threat, correct?
Yeah, we're talking about you're inexperienced in, I guess, in the coffee market. So how do you kind of balance that out? Because you obviously have some experience in the liquid beverage market,
Yes.
right? So
This will be overcome by consumers' desire for new flavor combinations, so they want to try something new, and we are confident that this will definitely overcome the threat.
So while you have that, thank you for your time. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
If you're ever in Toronto, we'll go.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.